Have you ever heard the saying, lightning never strikes the same place twice? Well, for one man, lightning didn't just strike twice, it struck 7 times. This is the unbelievable, but true, story of Roy Sullivan, the man who holds the Guinness World Record for being the most lightning-struck person in history. Roy Cleveland Sullivan was born in 1912 in Greene County, Virginia. He wasn't a scientist chasing storms or a thrill-seeker looking for danger. He was a U.S. park ranger at Shenandoah National Park. It was a job he loved, surrounded by the nature he cherished. But that same nature seemed to have a strange, electric attraction to him. His uncanny and frankly terrifying relationship with lightning began in 1942. Roy was stationed in a fire lookout tower. These towers are built on high ground, making them prime targets for lightning. And this one didn't even have a lightning rod. A storm rolled in, and the tower was hit multiple times. Roy decided to get out of there, but just as he got a few feet away, he was hit by what he described as his worst strike. It burned a half-inch strip all the way down his right leg, hit his toe, and left a hole in his shoe. That was strike number 1. For the next 27 years, Roy managed to avoid another direct hit. Probably thought his freak encounter with a lightning bolt was a one-time thing. It's a wild story to tell his friends and family. But in July 1969, his luck, or unluck, ran out. He was driving his parked truck along a mountain road during a thunderstorm. Normally, a car is a safe place during a storm because the metal frame acts as a Faraday cage, directing the electricity around the occupants. But Roy was driving with his window down. Hey, lightning bolt struck 2 trees on one side of the road. Then jumped to another tree on the other side, and right through the open window of Roy's truck. The strike knocked him unconscious and burned off his eyebrows, eyelashes, and most of his hair. The out-of-control truck came to a stop just short of a cliff edge. That was strike number 2. Just a year later, in 1970, Roy was in his front yard when lightning hit a nearby power transformer. From there, it leaped and struck his left shoulder, searing it. That's strike number 3. By now, you'd think the man would just live in a basement. But Roy was a park ranger. His job was to be outdoors. In 1972, Roy was working inside a ranger station at Shenandoah National Park. It was another stormy day. He thought he was safe indoors, but lightning struck the building's fuse box. The charge traveled through the wiring, and because his body was, as he put it, wet from the rain and sweat, the electricity jumped to him. This time, it set his hair on fire. Roy rushed to the restroom to douse his head with water. He started carrying a can of water with him after that, just in case. That's strike number 4. At this point, Roy started to believe some supernatural force was after him. He told reporters, "I have a feeling that God has some purpose for me, but I don't know what it is." He became anxious during storms, pulling his truck over and lying down on the front seat until the storm passed. People started avoiding him, afraid of being near him when lightning struck. He once recalled walking with the chief ranger when a storm cloud appeared. "I'll see you later, Roy," the chief said, and hurried away. And who could blame them? 'Cause on August 7th, 1973, it happened again. While on patrol in the park, Roy saw a storm cloud forming and drove away, trying to outrun it. But he said he felt the cloud was following him. When he finally thought he was clear, he got out of his truck. That's when the bolt came down. He saw the lightning leave the cloud and come right for him. This strike hit his left arm and leg, knocking his shoe off. It then traveled down to his other leg. Still conscious, he crawled to his truck and poured the can of water over his head, which was, once again, on fire. Strike number 5. Roy retired from the Park Service 5 months later, maybe hoping a change of scenery would help. It didn't. On June 5th, 1976, his 6th strike occurred in a campground. He was trying to run to his car when a bolt hit him, injuring his ankle. He said he saw the bolt and tried to run from it, but it got him anyway. The seventh and final time Roy Sullivan was struck by lightning was on June 25, 1977. He was trout fishing in a small pond. Lightning hit the top of his head, traveled down his body, and burned his chest and stomach. As if being struck by lightning wasn't enough, as he was recovering from the shock, a bear appeared and tried to steal the trout from his fishing line. Roy, having just survived another lightning bolt, had the presence of mind to hit the bear with a tree branch and get his fish back. He claimed it was the 22nd time he had hit a bear with a stick in his life. Strike number 7. So, why Roy? Was he just astronomically unlucky, or was there a scientific reason? His wife was also struck once. She was hanging laundry in their backyard when a storm suddenly rolled in. A bolt hit the clothesline, and she suffered minor burns. Roy was with her, but he was unharmed at that time. Sadly, Roy Sullivan's story has a tragic end. The physical scars from the lightning strikes healed, but the emotional and psychological toll was immense. He was haunted by a constant fear of death from the sky and suffered from depression, likely worsened by the social isolation his bizarre affliction caused. In 1983, at the age of 71, Roy died by his own hand. Roy Sullivan's life was truly one for the record books. He was a man who loved the outdoors, but the outdoors seemed to have a dangerous obsession with him. His story is a powerful reminder of the raw, unpredictable power of nature and the strange ways in which our lives can intersect with its forces. A man who survived what no one else has, yet was ultimately consumed by a different kind of storm within. Thank you so much for watching. You found this story as incredible as I did? Please hit that like button and subscribe for more amazing true stories. And remember, if you or someone you know is struggling with their mental health, please reach out for help. There are resources available, and you don't have to go through it alone. We'll see you in the next video.